Hi everyone, this is Heather Lautinen from the Flourish Academy. This is episode 301, and my friend Julie posted a really good question yesterday in the FA community group. And if you're not a part of that group, I'll post the link below. You definitely want to join us. Okay, Julie says the following: Heather, I would love to know your thoughts or experiences with clients picking their favorite images off of unedited files. For example, my clients get to pick their favorite 20, 40, or all images. I'm feeling like it's a waste of time to edit them when some people only pick 20. However, I'm wondering if unedited files won't give the wow factor. And there were a few comments that I thought were really good. My friend Melissa said, I tested these waters with 3 end-of-year senior portrait clients. I just did a rough edit on their gallery for the in-person sales session appointment, minor exposure, white balance, contrast, etc. It didn't make one bit of difference for these clients. I still made my average sale every time. I edited 3 images as the photographer's choice, but that was it, and then went back to edit their purchased images, which is interesting. Thank you, Melissa, for testing this. I love testing things like that. Jordan says she does a soft edit for her cake smashes, and then the mom and dad pick their favorites. And Julie also said newborns are tricky because their skin can be so wonky that the unedited images are really different from the finished one, but they take so long to edit. I would love to save some time. And my friend Jody says, my clients get the full edited gallery for a couple of reasons. My goal is to get the clients to love every image so that they want to buy all of them. And I would worry that having them choose from unedited images would be anticlimactic to the process and would ultimately draw out the process. I end up selling full galleries often because the deadline comes up and they can't decide, so they just opt for all of them. And then in parentheses, she puts, probably means I should up my prices. Yeah, it probably does. Also, I don't do a ton of editing to the images, so the time it takes to edit, excuse me, the full gallery is just factored into my overall cost, if that makes sense. I'm wondering what your opinion is on this. Have you ever showed a client the unedited files? Now, obviously, if you are shoot and burn and you're delivering all the digital images, you are probably editing those files. But specifically, we're talking about people that do in-person sales or people that only deliver a subset of the total images. Do you edit them all? Do you just edit a few? Do you ask them what their favorites are and edit those? Let me start by adding a little bit of a disclaimer. You can do whatever you want. Julie was asking my opinion, so I'm about to give it to you. However, if you don't agree, that's fine. You are the boss of you. You can run your business however you would like. But I will say this straight to your faces. I would never in 10 million years let my clients see unedited photos. Ever, not today, not ever, it's not happening. Why? Because I don't think you can ask a client to imagine what a file would look like if it were edited. Now, okay, Melissa blew all of this out of the water when she said it didn't matter in her sales. And I believe her because she's pretty systematic in her approach. And whilst I still believe her, I'm not doing it. They're getting all of those files edited. They are seeing them edited. I don't think you can ask them to imagine what it's going to look like. You could show a sample and say this is the final image, but they just can't see it the way that we see it. So the answer is no, I'm not doing that. Secondly, you had said it just takes so long to edit all these photos. What if they don't buy them? Well, this sounds to me like we just need to change your business process. Are you delivering too many photos? Is there something we need to do with the editing? Now, I know your processes and your systems are very tight. You're doing a great job. Everything looks amazing, but is there a way to speed it up? So a session for me, from the time I put my memory card into my computer, takes me 1 hour. Almost no matter what session I'm doing. This is not weddings. I'm not talking about weddings. I'm talking about portrait sessions. I'm able to get them done in an hour, which means you can too. So if it's going to take me an hour one way or the other, I would just edit them all and have them all ready. I want the clients to see the finished product. That is my job. And if it's not working out properly for me, then I need to figure out a new way to approach it. What are your thoughts on this? I would love some comments so I can see what you're thinking. Now, you had asked my experience. And my experience is admittedly one-sided. I have only ever shown my clients the finished images. So I do not have any experience showing them files that are unedited because I would never do it. I just feel like that's what they're paying me for, and that's a service that I offer. Brooke says she would not show her client unedited photos. I choose 20 to 30 best. Yes, so if this is not working out for you, something needs to change. I don't know that the solution to the problem is to edit fewer photos. I don't know that that's a solution. I think there are a couple of other solutions that you could try. Maybe you could outsource your editing. Maybe you could edit fewer images. Maybe you could deliver fewer images. Maybe you could restructure your prices so that you direct people in a certain direction. I mean, the reason you're asking this question is because it's not working for you. So we need to work together, Julie, to find a new solution. Again, I love that Melissa tested this and that it showed no difference. She still hit her average sale. But with that being said, I would not want to show my clients the unedited photos. That is my opinion and my approach. Amber says, yes, these are good questions to think about. They are. It depends on your business model. It depends on your approach. It depends on the value you're offering. There are many factors. It depends on your lifestyle business, how you choose to run that. This is not a simple yes or no, do it this way, don't do it this way. If you're in this area, that doesn't fit. However, I will say this. Mara had posted, I feel like she had posted on here and I didn't see it. Or maybe she posted somewhere else. But she does boudoir. No, clients are not seeing those unedited photos. Nope, nope, not in a million years. Not happening. They can't imagine what, they're already going to rip themselves apart. I don't need it to be worse. So no, I am going to edit my photos. I'm looking through these comments to see if there's anything else that I need to address. I think it's a stretch to ask your clients to be able to imagine what some of these photos would look like when edited because they're not as familiar with the tools as you are. Amber says, even with a partial quick cleanup on boudoir, negative. No. There are a lot of things that I do to boudoir images. I used to shoot a lot of boudoir sessions and I want to make sure that everything is perfect and how it needs to be. No, I would not show those clients those photos. If it was, oh, not on boudoir, you're saying, a partial cleanup on other types of portraits, I suppose maybe, but asking me to do that would be like cutting off my right arm. It's just not going to happen. I have this certain level of experience and expectation for myself and how I want my clients to see their images. I do not think that this is right for everyone. It depends on how you approach it. If you want to show the clients the unedited files and have them call them and pick them and you edit those ones, I know some wedding photographers that used to only edit, this is back in the day, they would only edit the photos the clients picked for their album. Okay, if that's their approach and it worked, I'm not a problem with that. It's just that I'm not doing it. Amber says it's hard to think about. I would feel weird not doing an edit. Yes, Becky says I would let them peek at the back of my camera. Oh, sure. I do let people do that when it's appropriate, but I'm very careful and I do it on a very limited basis. I only show them a few images so they can see how fantastic they look and how great it's going, to improve their confidence. But I would not overshare on the back of the camera because then they start to look at imperfections and things that they don't like. And they don't know what I'm going to remove in the edit or how I'm going to improve it or the fact that that image may not get included. Now, someone did make a good point, which is it's always interesting to see what the client picks over what you would pick. So sometimes you'll have some images that you love and then the client picks something totally different and you're like, oh, I would have never picked that image. That's fine. But I'm going to edit the ones that they are going to see. So whether that's 20, 30, or 40 images, and by the way, on a portrait session, if it's more than that, that might be a few too many. But that's something you need to look at in terms of your business process. But I would make sure that they're edited and the client sees them as they would be in the final delivery. I'd love your opinion. You can leave a comment, share with your photographer friends. Make sure you subscribe, continue to flourish. I'll see you in the next video.